Welcome back to our channel, English with Ethan. Many people think smartness is natural. They believe some people are born smart and others are not. But that is not true. Smartness is not about IQ. It is not about speaking fast. It is not about using difficult words. Smartness is about thinking clearly. It is about making better decisions. It is about learning quickly. It is about understanding life deeply. You are not born smart. You become smart through habits, through discipline, through awareness. Smart people are not lucky. They are trained. They read more. They observe more. They think before speaking. They learn from mistakes. In this video, we will understand simple and powerful ways to become smarter every day. Because becoming smart is not about showing off. It is about growing internally. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Train your brain daily. If you want to become smart, you must train your brain. Just like your body needs exercise, your brain needs exercise too. If you stop exercising your body, it becomes weak. If you stop using your brain properly, it becomes slow. Smartness is not magic. It is mental training. Every single day. Many people want to become smart, but they do not feed their brain. They scroll social media for hours. They watch random content. They consume information without thinking. That does not build intelligence. That builds distraction. If you want a sharp mind, you must give it quality input. Start with reading. Reading is one of the strongest brain exercises. When you read, you improve vocabulary, you improve imagination, you improve understanding, you learn new ideas. Even 15 to 20 minutes daily can change your thinking level. Read books that teach something. Self-improvement, biographies, psychology, history, science. Smart people read regularly, not because they have extra time, but because they value knowledge. Another powerful brain exercise is learning something new. New language, new skill, new subject. When you learn something new, your brain creates new connections. New connections make you smarter. Doing the same routine daily without learning makes your thinking slow. Challenge your brain. Solve puzzles. Play logic games. Do mental math. Ask questions. Curiosity increases intelligence. Smart people ask why. Why does this happen? Why do people behave like this? Why is this system working? Questioning builds deeper understanding. Also, practice thinking deeply. Do not just accept information. Analyze it. Compare it. Reflect on it. Reflection strengthens intelligence. Another important habit is reducing useless information. Too much noise confuses the brain. If you constantly consume random content, your thinking becomes scattered. Limit unnecessary content. Focus on meaningful knowledge. Quality input creates quality thinking. Also protect your sleep. Sleep improves memory. Sleep improves concentration. Sleep strengthens brain performance. Without proper sleep, even intelligent people make poor decisions. Healthy food also affects brain power. Water, balanced meals, exercise. Physical health supports mental strength. Smartness is not only knowledge, it is clarity. Clarity comes from focus. Focus comes from discipline. Discipline builds intelligence over time. Remember this clearly. You do not become smart in one day. You become smart through small daily improvement. Train your brain daily. Feed it with knowledge. Challenge it. Protect it. Because the more you train your mind, the sharper it becomes. And a sharp mind can change your life. Lesson 2. Improve your thinking skills. If you want to become smart, you must improve the way you think. Smart people are not just full of information. They think differently. They think clearly. They think calmly. They think before they act. Many people react quickly. They speak without thinking. They decide without analyzing. They follow emotions instead of logic. That is not smartness. That is impulsiveness. Smartness begins with controlled thinking. First, slow down your thoughts. When something happens, do not react immediately. Pause. Ask yourself, what is really happening? What is the best response? What are the consequences? This small pause can prevent big mistakes. Second, learn to see different perspectives. Most people think their opinion is always right. Smart people understand that every situation has multiple sides. When you listen to others carefully, you expand your thinking. Do not argue to win. Listen to understand. Understanding builds intelligence. Another powerful habit is critical thinking. Critical thinking means not believing everything immediately. When you hear information, ask, is this true? What is the source? Is there proof? What are the facts? This protects your mind from misinformation. It sharpens judgment. Also, learn to connect ideas. Smart people connect knowledge. For example, history teaches patterns. Psychology explains behavior. Business teaches strategy. When you connect ideas from different fields, your thinking becomes deeper. You start seeing patterns. Patterns create insight. Insight creates smart decisions. Another important skill is problem solving. When a problem appears, do not complain. Ask, what is the solution? What can I control? What action can I take? Every problem is an opportunity to think smarter. Avoid negative thinking. Negative thinking clouds judgment. Positive thinking does not mean ignoring problems. It means focusing on solutions. Emotionally stable thinking is powerful. Control your emotions. When you are angry, your thinking becomes weak. When you are calm, your thinking becomes sharp. Smart people train emotional control. They do not allow emotions to control decisions. Another important habit is reflection. At the end of the day, ask, what did I do well? What mistake did I make? What can I improve tomorrow? Reflection improves awareness. Awareness improves intelligence. Also reduce mental noise. Too many distractions damage deep thinking. Spend some quiet time daily, without phone, without noise. Just think. Clear thinking requires silence. Remember this clearly. Smartness is not about talking more. It is about thinking better. Think before you speak. Analyze before you decide. Understand before you judge. Because your thinking level decides your success level. Improve your thinking daily, and slowly, you will become sharper, calmer, and smarter. Lesson 3. Improve your communication skills. If you want to become smart, you must learn how to communicate clearly. Smartness is not only inside your mind. It must be expressed. If you have good ideas but cannot explain them clearly, people will not understand your intelligence. Communication is power. The way you speak, the way you listen, the way you explain, all of these show your level of smartness. First, learn to speak clearly. Do not speak too fast. Do not speak too much. Use simple and clear words. Smart people do not use difficult words to show off. They use simple words to make others understand easily. Clarity is intelligence. Confusion is weakness. Second, learn to listen carefully. Most people listen to reply. Smart people listen to understand. When someone speaks, do not interrupt. Pay attention. Observe their tone. Understand their feelings. Listening improves knowledge. You learn from others. You understand different perspectives. Listening also builds respect. People trust good listeners. Trust builds influence. Another important skill is asking smart questions. Smart questions show deep thinking. Instead of asking random questions, ask meaningful ones. For example, what is the main reason behind this? What is the long-term effect? What can we improve here? Questions open doors to knowledge. Curiosity builds intelligence. Also, improve your body language. Stand straight. Maintain eye contact. Speak confidently. Body language affects communication. Confidence makes your words stronger. If you speak with fear, even good ideas lose power. Confidence is built by practice. Speak daily. Practice explaining ideas. Read aloud. Participate in discussions. Communication improves with repetition. Another powerful habit is organizing your thoughts before speaking. Do not speak randomly. Think first. Arrange your ideas in order. Start with the main point. Then explain clearly. Structure makes communication smart. Avoid unnecessary talking. Smart people speak when needed. They choose words carefully. They avoid gossip. They avoid useless arguments. Silence can also show intelligence. Know when to speak and when to stay quiet. Communication also includes writing. Practice writing your thoughts daily. Write short paragraphs. Write summaries. Writing improves clarity. Clarity improves intelligence. Another key habit is controlling emotions while speaking. Do not speak when angry. Do not argue emotionally. Calm communication shows maturity. Maturity shows smartness. Remember this clearly. Communication is not about volume. It is about value. If your words add value, people see you as intelligent. If your words create confusion, people lose interest. Improve your speaking. Improve your listening. Improve your clarity. Because smart thinking combined with smart communication creates real intelligence. And when people understand your ideas clearly, your smartness becomes visible. Lesson 4. Surround yourself with smart people. If you want to become smart, do not try to grow alone. Your environment shapes your mind. The people around you influence your thinking, your habits, your goals, and even your confidence. If you spend time with people who complain all day, you slowly become negative. If you spend time with people who waste time, you slowly lose focus. If you spend time with people who avoid growth, you stop improving. But if you surround yourself with smart and ambitious people, your level increases automatically. You begin to think differently. You begin to speak differently. You begin to act differently. This is because energy spreads. Mindset spreads. Standards spread. When you are around people who read books, you feel motivated to read. When you are around people who talk about ideas, you start thinking deeply. When you are around people who work hard, you feel uncomfortable being lazy. That discomfort is good. It pushes you to improve. Another important reason to surround yourself with smart people is learning. You learn faster when you observe intelligent individuals. You see how they solve problems. You see how they speak calmly. You see how they make decisions. Observation builds intelligence. You do not need to copy them, but you can learn from them. Also choose friends who challenge you, not people who always agree with you. Smart people question you. They help you see your mistakes. They push you to grow. Growth does not happen inside comfort. Growth happens when you are challenged. At the same time, avoid toxic environments. Avoid gossip circles. Avoid constant negativity. Avoid people who laugh at growth. If someone makes fun of improvement, they are afraid of change. Protect your mind. Your brain absorbs everything from your surroundings. Even if you cannot change your physical environment, you can change your digital environment. Follow educational content. Listen to intelligent podcasts. Watch meaningful discussions. Read smart books. Even online, you can surround yourself with intelligent ideas. Another powerful habit is having mentors. Mentors guide you. They reduce your mistakes. They share experience. You may not meet mentors personally, but books can become mentors. Videos can become mentors. Knowledge sources can guide you. Remember this clearly. You become like the people you spend time with. If you want to grow smarter, increase the level of your circle. Do not be afraid to outgrow some people. Growth sometimes requires change. Smartness grows faster in the right environment. Because when you are surrounded by higher thinking, your mind expands. And when your mind expands, your life expands. Lesson 5. Develop emotional intelligence. If you want to become truly smart, you must control your emotions. Many people think intelligence is only about knowledge. But knowledge without emotional control is dangerous. Real smartness includes emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence means understanding your emotions and managing them properly. It also means understanding the emotions of others. A person who reacts with anger to every small problem is not smart. A person who loses control under pressure is not emotionally strong. But a person who stays calm in difficult situations shows real intelligence. First, learn to understand your emotions. Ask yourself, why am I angry? Why am I sad? Why am I stressed? When you understand the reason, you control the emotion. When you ignore the reason, the emotion controls you. Self-awareness is powerful. It helps you pause before reacting. Second, practice emotional control. When you feel angry, do not speak immediately. Take a deep breath. Wait. Calm your mind. Many problems happen because people speak in anger. Smart people choose silence when emotions are high. Silence protects relationships. Silence protects reputation. Another important skill is empathy. Empathy means understanding how others feel. Before judging someone, ask, what might they be going through? Maybe they are stressed. Maybe they are struggling. Understanding others makes you wiser. It improves communication. It improves leadership. It builds respect. Emotional intelligence also helps in decision-making. When emotions are unstable, decisions become poor. When the mind is calm, decisions become smart. For example, if you invest money while feeling excited, you may take risks. If you decide while angry, you may regret later. Calm thinking creates better outcomes. Another important habit is not taking everything personally. Not every comment is an attack. Not every situation is about you. Smart people separate emotion from reality. They analyze facts. They respond logically. They do not allow small events to disturb their peace. Emotional intelligence also means handling criticism well. Instead of feeling attacked, ask, is there something I can improve? If yes, improve it. If not, ignore it calmly. Criticism can be a teacher, but only if you are emotionally strong. Also, learn to manage stress. Stress reduces clarity. Practice simple habits. Deep breathing, short walks, healthy sleep, positive thinking. Stress control increases mental sharpness. Remember this clearly. High IQ without emotional control can destroy success. But emotional intelligence builds long-term respect. People trust emotionally balanced individuals. Leaders are emotionally stable. Smart people remain calm under pressure. If you want to become smarter, train your emotions, control your reactions, understand others, think before speaking. Because when your emotions are stable, your mind becomes powerful. And a powerful mind creates smart decisions. Lesson 6. Improve your decision-making skills. If you want to become smart, you must learn how to make good decisions. Your life today is the result of your past decisions, and your future will depend on the decisions you make now. Smart people are not lucky. They make better choices. Decision-making is a skill. And like every skill, it can be improved. Many people make decisions based on emotions. If they feel excited, they say yes. If they feel angry, they react. If they feel scared, they quit. But smart people do not allow emotions to control big decisions. They pause, they think, they analyze. The first rule of smart decision-making is gathering information. Do not decide without facts. If you want to choose a career, research it. If you want to invest money, understand the risks. If you want to change something important, study it carefully. Information reduces mistakes. The second rule is thinking about long-term impact. Ask yourself, how will this decision affect me in 1 year? In 5 years? In 10 years? Short-term pleasure often creates long-term problems. Smart people think ahead. They sacrifice small comfort for bigger future benefits. The third rule is considering consequences. Every decision has results, good or bad. Before deciding, ask, what is the worst possible outcome? Am I ready to handle it? This protects you from careless choices. Another important habit is learning from past mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but not everyone learns from them. Smart people reflect. They ask, what went wrong? What can I improve next time? Mistakes become teachers. Failure becomes experience. Experience builds wisdom. Also avoid overthinking. Some people think too much. They analyze endlessly. They delay decisions. That also wastes time. Gather information. Think calmly. Then decide confidently. No decision will be perfect. But delay can also be dangerous. Confidence grows with practice. The more you decide, the better you become. Small daily decisions train your brain. What to prioritize, how to manage time, how to respond calmly. Decision-making improves with awareness. Another powerful habit is seeking advice from wise people. You do not need to decide alone. Ask experienced people. Listen carefully. But remember, final responsibility is yours. Taking responsibility is a sign of intelligence. Smart people do not blame others for their choices. They accept results. They adjust. They move forward. Remember this clearly. Life is a series of decisions. If you improve your decisions, you improve your life. Think calmly. Act wisely. Learn continuously. Because smart decisions create smart outcomes. And smart outcomes build a smart life. Lesson 7. Stay curious and never stop learning. If you want to become smart, never stop learning. The moment you think, I know enough, your growth stops. Smart people are curious. They want to understand more. They ask questions. They explore new ideas. They keep learning even after success. Curiosity is the fuel of intelligence. When you are curious, your brain becomes active. You observe carefully. You listen deeply. You think more clearly. But when you lose curiosity, your mind becomes lazy. You stop asking why. You stop improving. You accept things without thinking. That weakens intelligence. To become smarter, develop the habit of learning daily. It does not need to be big. Even 20 minutes daily can change your mindset. Read books. Watch educational content. Listen to podcasts. Learn new skills. Study different subjects. When you learn from different fields, your thinking becomes flexible. Flexible thinking creates creative ideas. Creative ideas show smartness. Another powerful habit is asking better questions. Instead of asking, "What happened?" ask, "Why did it happen? What can I learn from this? How can I improve it?" Questions open doors to knowledge. Every smart person has one strong quality. They love to learn. They are not embarrassed to say, "I don't know." They search for answers. Ego blocks learning. Humility opens learning. Be humble. Accept that you can improve. Learning also improves confidence. When you know more, you speak confidently. You decide wisely. You understand situations better. But remember this, learning is not only about reading. It is also about observing life. Observe successful people. Observe mistakes. Observe patterns. Life itself is a teacher. Another important rule is applying what you learn. Knowledge without action is useless. If you read about discipline but do not practice it, you do not grow. If you learn communication skills but never speak confidently, you remain the same. Apply knowledge daily. Action converts information into intelligence. Also, step outside your comfort zone. Try new experiences. Meet new people. Explore new ideas. New experiences expand thinking. Expanded thinking creates smarter decisions. Remember this clearly. The world is changing fast. If you stop learning, you fall behind. But if you stay curious, you stay ahead. Smartness is not a destination. It is a journey, a daily habit, a mindset, a commitment to growth. Keep learning, keep questioning, keep improving. Because the more you learn, the smarter you become. And the smarter you become, the more opportunities you create in life. Lesson 8. Build smart habits and a smart identity. If you truly want to become smart, you must change more than your knowledge. You must change your identity. Smartness is not something you switch on for one day. It is something you become. And you become smart through daily habits. Your habits shape your identity. Your identity shapes your actions. And your actions shape your future. If your daily habits are weak, your thinking becomes weak. If your daily habits are strong, your intelligence grows naturally. For example, if you read daily, you become a reader. If you think deeply daily, you become thoughtful. If you learn daily, you become knowledgeable. If you reflect daily, you become wise. Habits are small actions, but small actions repeated daily create powerful results. Many people try to become smart by watching motivational videos, but they do not change their routine. Without routine change, there is no real growth. To build a smart identity, create smart habits. Wake up with purpose. Plan your day. Limit distractions. Learn something new. Think before speaking. Reflect at night. These simple daily actions slowly transform your mind. Another important rule is discipline. Smartness grows in discipline. If you learn only when you feel motivated, your growth will stop quickly. But if you learn daily, even when you feel lazy, your improvement becomes consistent. Consistency builds mastery. Mastery builds intelligence. Also remove habits that damage your mind. Too much social media, too much gossip, too much negativity. These weaken thinking. Replace them with quality input. Positive conversations. Educational content. Productive activities. Your environment influences your habits. Your habits influence your identity. Another powerful truth is this. Smart people take responsibility. They do not blame others. They do not blame luck. They ask, what can I improve? What can I do better? Responsibility strengthens character. Character strengthens intelligence. Identity is built by repetition. If you repeatedly act smart, you become smart. If you repeatedly think deeply, you become thoughtful. If you repeatedly choose growth, you become wiser. It does not happen overnight. But daily effort changes you. Remember this clearly. You do not become smart by wishing. You become smart by practicing smart habits. Train your brain, improve your thinking, communicate clearly, surround yourself with growth, control your emotions, make wise decisions, stay curious, and repeat these daily. Smartness is not about showing off. It is about living wisely. It is about thinking clearly. It is about making better choices. When you build a smart identity, your confidence increases, your opportunities increase, your respect increases, and your life improves. Becoming smart is a decision, but staying smart is a habit. Build those habits. Protect your mindset. Improve daily. And slowly, you will not just act smart, you will become smart. Smartness is not luck. Smartness is built every day through your habits, through your thinking, through your decisions. You do not need to be born special. You need to train your mind. Read daily. Think deeply. Control your emotions. Choose wisely. Because when your thinking improves, your life improves. If this video helped you understand how to become smarter every day, like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more powerful lessons that help you grow and improve. Remember, smart habits create a smart future. Start today.